Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out The Ring, and let me tell you, I am not very excited for this movie. I have a history with this movie, so if you will, I'd like to explain my history with this movie and explain why I'm not excited for this movie, and then also explain why I am watching this movie. Story time with Oliver is what's about to happen. Okay, so a while ago when I was about 10 years old, it was Halloween, it was October. It wasn't exactly Halloween, but it was close to Halloween in October, and I was sitting on the couch at about 9, 10 o'clock at night. I was home alone. My family was out doing something. My parents were at a friend's house, and I was like, whatever, I'm just going to stay home and watch a movie. So I was at home. I was flicking through cable TV, and I came upon The Ring. Now, 10-year-old me did not know that this movie was a horror movie. I thought for some very strange reason that this movie was a kid's movie. So I put it on. I was excited to watch it. I was like, cool, a kid's horror movie. I'm very excited for this. And, well, it didn't really go that well. I watched the whole movie, and the only reason I watched the whole movie was because I was too scared to move. The remote controller for the TV, I put the movie on before it started. It was like the end of one program. I put the remote control on the table next to the couch. It was just out of reach, so I'd actually have to get off the couch to get the remote. And so for the entire movie, I did not move off of the couch because I was too scared to move, and the remote was just far enough away where I'd have to leave the couch, and leaving the couch meant certain death. Anyways, during the movie, spoilers if you have not seen the movie, just a quick little spoilers, they play the 7 days video. And so in the movie, you have 7 days to live once you see this video, I'm pretty sure, right? So they play that video. And so for 7 days, I was certain that I was going to die. I was like, I have seen this video that the movie has shown me, and now I'm going to die. It's just a matter of time. This lady is going to crawl out of my TV and kill me in 7 days. And so I was super scared of TVs. I was really nervous around them and stuff, but I was like, okay, I got 6 days left to live, 5 days left to live, 4 days left to live, and I was getting really nervous. And on the 7th day, I was scared for my life, and it was nighttime at this point. I was like, I survived so far. There was only a little bit left of the day, and I have survived so far. When I went to bed, I thought I maybe was gonna die when I went to bed, so I was like, okay, good night, mom, good night, dad, I love you so much, and stuff like that. Like, I was saying I love you to make sure that everyone knew that I loved them before I died. Like, I wanted my last words to my family to be, I love them. I went upstairs to bed, and then my little brother comes into my room and says, Oliver, can I please get a drink of water? And I think all of the blood left my body. I think I turned into a ghost, because getting water for my little brother would mean that I'd have to walk all the way downstairs, past a TV in the dark, and get him some water. Of course, I wasn't going to say no, because then my little brother was going to get mad at me, and then he was going to tell my mom and dad and wake them up, because they had also gone to bed because they worked early the next day. So I was like, okay, I'll get you a drink of water. So I walked downstairs, and I had to walk past a TV to get to the water. And by God, was that the scariest moment of my life. I sprinted past that TV as fast as possible. I got him some water. I filled it up as fast as possible. And again, we have to run past the TV again. So I sprinted as fast as I could past that TV, and I was like, if this lady is climbing out the TV right now, she's gonna have to run as fast as Usain Bolt to catch me, because by God, I'm running, and I ran all the way to his room, gave him his water, closed my door, locked my door, and sat in my bed, did not sleep the whole night, but I survived. So that brings me to this movie. Thank you for listening to my story time. If you listened, it was a long story, but that brings me to this movie. The reason I'm watching this movie is because I have not watched this movie since. I honestly don't remember too much of this movie. However, I am still scared to death to watch this movie, because it affected me so much when I watched it the first time, and it scared me so much, and I actually thought I was going to die for some strange reason, that I have never been courageous enough, I guess, to put this movie on again. And I thought that Halloween was a good time to try and do it. I was like, okay, I'm 20 years old now. You can probably watch this movie. So I decided that today would be the day where I face my fears and watch The Ring. It's never been requested on my channel before, but it's just something that I'm like, I want to watch again. I've heard it's good, but I've just been so scared of it. And I've always been scared of the girl. I think her name's like Samara or something like that. The girl with the hair that comes down. Whenever there's something like that in any movie, I get terrified. And it's just because I watched this stupid movie when I was 10 years old and I thought it was a kid's horror movie. So yeah, this is my reason for watching the movie. I am not excited to watch it at all because I know I'm going to be scared out of my mind because like whenever I think about this movie, it terrifies me, and I've been very nervous to watch it. But I am looking forward to it at the same time because I've heard that it is a very good movie. So I'm old enough now to appreciate the craft of movies and film, and also know that this movie, like Samara, will not come out of the TV and kill me in 7 days. Anyways, I also know that there is a Japanese version of this movie, and I've never seen that before. I don't really want to watch it just because I'm scared of the movie, but I will definitely watch it eventually, especially if I like this one. I've heard that this one is a really good remake though of the Japanese version, but yeah, maybe I will watch Ringu eventually. Also, before we get started, let me do the lighting. So let me turn on the light and then we can decide what color it should be. Boop! Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so the lighting today, I'm gonna go blue. I'm gonna make it nice and quick because my story time was really, really long. So thank you so much if you stuck around for my story time. I know it probably was a little boring, but that is my reasoning for watching the movie. I'm making it blue because the Ring logo is blue and the poster is blue and there's like a well and there's blue lining around it and stuff. So yeah, that is why I'm making it blue. Anyways, let's very reluctantly and very nervously dive on into this reaction. I hope you enjoy my reaction to The Ring. It's a DreamWorks movie. DreamWorks made my childhood and also ruined my entire childhood in one movie. I hate this already. I have to turn off the subtitles too.
Television. Gives me headaches.
I hate this scene. This scene has been ingrained in my brain for so long. I'm getting my bunny while this...
Have you heard about this videotape that kills you when you watch it? What kind of tape? A tape.
Why would you ever want to watch that? You know? You just don't have to.
Someone knows you've watched it. And what they say is... you will die in 7 days.
Yeah, they do. They do say that. Yeah.
It's a story, Katie.
No, me and Josh, we saw it last weekend.
I thought you were with your parents.
I wanted to tell you.
You were with Josh all
Some of
weekend?
his friends got this...
That's not the important part. She watched the tape. That's the important part of this conversation.
We thought it was some kind of sick joke. And then the phone rang.
It ain't no sick joke, honey.
Did you guys, do anything?
Like, what?
What do you mean, like what? Of course.
Tell me now!
Oh my god, here we go. Can I just turn it off now? What if you just didn't answer the phone? Would they be able to kill you at that point? They're like, oh, she didn't answer, okay. We'll try next week.
Ask her why she keeps so liking it. Yeah, we're about to go to sleep.
Don't
Okay,
leave
yeah.
her alone. Don't leave her alone. This is filmed really well too, and I hate it. I hate that this movie is filmed really well. The limited sound to zero sound, all diegetic sound, the slow camera movements to create suspense and horror. Like, it's all done really well. And I hate it so much. I hate shots where you can see hallways in the background though. They freak me out the most, especially in horror movies, because anything could just pop in there. This image that's about to play has been burned in my mind since I was 10 years old. And I wonder if it's still as freaky. I would just leave her in there, you know? I don't like this movie. I don't like it. I don't like it. That freaked me out.
Sorry I'm late. No worries.
It's a lot of worries, actually. It's probably very annoying.
Like you said, he's not the talkative type. That doesn't mean he has nothing to say.
Oh, that's a good line. I like that line a lot, actually. But what if it's more? But what if it's more?
Yeah, that's
Then
right.
why are the pictures older than that?
Aiden drew these last week.
Ah! There is a twist. There's always a twist to drawings, kids' drawings.
Okay. Sweet dreams.
I love his pillow. Oh, I love it.
Katie knew. She told me.
Katie told you she was gonna die.
Yeah, in 7 days.
Have you seen my black dress?
Aw. He got everything ready for her.
Kids don't have strokes unless they're on drugs.
So then why the...
Unless they're on drugs? Shut up, old ladies.
You alright, Dave?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are
Such a dumb question to ask, especially at like a funeral or something. Are you okay? Like, obviously not. I know it's a polite thing to say, but like, no one's okay.
confided in you.
Yeah, but she never said anything. Nothing that would explain what happened.
A TV girl came out and grabbed her heart and crushed it in her palm. That is what happened.
I saw her face.
That is it. That is the image that has always been in my mind since I've been 10 years old. That image. It is still just as freaky.
Me and my girlfriend used to sneak up to my room, get high. Do you think maybe she was into...
It's not about that.
She's trying to detective herself into the finding out what drugs she took. She didn't take no drugs.
Kind of? Where is he? Josh, is he here?
Josh is dead.
What?
He died 3 days ago too. What the heck? He's got some sixth sense ability going on. Love how he goes straight to the TV. Oh, weird.
It's not her room anymore.
You want to be, like, stop being vague? Do you want to actually say what you're thinking, please? Just get it off your chest. Ah, there it is. That was the tape. That's weird. I got chills. Is that after they watched the tape? I hate the sound effects in this movie, and they blend really well with the actual atmosphere of the scene. It's really cool. Like, it got really loud, but that's because a train was passing by, and even like when there's music, like when the kid was going into the room, for instance, there's just like a little plop, almost like water, signifying that the room was Samara's room in a way, you know? I don't know, it's just really interesting and really cool.
What is it?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You're fired. No, I'm not. She just kept her job by being stubborn.
Hi, I was...
Pick a card. Any card. Go ahead. Put it back.
Oh, look at how old and worn those cards are. They've been loved.
Here. That's why we bought tape players for videos.
Quite a selection.
They just have the video as a selection.
Been 12.
Oh, you don't need to watch it though. You don't need to watch it. That tree was very colorful compared to the rest of its surroundings. That looks important. Or maybe it's just there to be colorful, you know? Add a bit of life into this movie. Like, this is a really good film. Oh, the red light. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Using the tree as a natural light source to create this red atmosphere inside the cabin. That's kind of cool. That's a very creative way to do that. See, you watch it. You watch the tape, and I thought I was going to die. Ew. Ew. Oh, maggots and then people in a swimming pool. If you stop looking now, you won't catch me dying. I'm not looking at it. Oh, okay, she's looking at me though. And it ends with the well. The ladder fell and it ends with the well. And now you're going to die. Oh, the pupil thing was cool. The imagery in this movie is really cool, actually. 7 days. You better solve this case in 7 days, my guy. Thursday, day 1. Dude, what the heck? I thought that she watched the movie later on into the film. I forgot that she did this, and then the whole movie is like a time crunch to solve the case, basically. Also, I hate that they actually made the audience watch the film, because that just adds another sense of fear, you know? You get home and you're like, but what if, you know? What 10-year-old me did.
Are you gonna look at me at least?
Ah! Look how his head slowly lifts up, you know? It was like her when it ends. She's like out of breath almost from watching it. She's entranced by it. She can't look away from it. I could, because I have pure will. I think this movie is definitely a commentary on TVs and screens in general, and how they sort of become our life. We use them to distract our kids. We use them while we eat. We use them while we clean, you know? It stopped. It stopped ringing.
So, you been working a lot?
I'm not tired, Noah.
That means he doesn't know he has 7 days, does he?
Alright. Make me a copy. I'll see what I can do.
I like that he's at least checking in on it a little bit, for her sake at least, you know? Is it a voice message? Or at least not now that she's watched it once. She can watch it unlimited times, you know? She can study it and stuff, but she's only got 7 days to do it. It's almost like the fly's real. Friday, day 2. I hate these graphics. Friday with the boom. I hate them. I hate them.
I mean, that's like being born without fingerprints.
Then how did this get recorded?
I don't know.
Impossibility.
Well, I prefer partner in crime.
Partner in crime. I like it.
Kirkland, actually.
I'll stay out of your way. I'm not even here.
Okay.
Grow up.
That's a sketchy elevator, though. The ladder! She just walked under a ladder. That's 7 years of bad luck. 7 days, 7 years. That cannot be a coincidence, right? Like, that has to be there for a purpose.
Bad luck. You don't need that.
She already has it. There's no way that's a coincidence. Maybe it is. Maybe it is just a coincidence.
And you will.
In like 5 days now.
4 days.
Oh, so creepy. So creepy.
I'd really rather watch it alone. Really.
Whatever.
She's doing this for your own benefit, lady. It's a lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
Interesting. Oh. That's so cool. The days are going by fast. The days are going by fast. Ah, look at that old internet. Oh, beautiful.
Oh my god.
What is it? 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 That is a big book. She died. I don't think she killed herself. Oh, best part of the tape. The tape does kind of tell the story, doesn't it? Oh, this is getting so saucy. The subtle, like, psychological horror elements in this movie. Like, no one's died since the start of this movie, but everything's just, like, freaky, you know? Like, quiet and freaky, and that's what makes this so great. Oh no. What if she's dead? Oh, but she watched the tape, didn't she?
I have to go upstate to do this story, and I need you to watch Aiden for me.
Rachel, I don't know. How long will you be gone?
It's just for 2 days, I promise.
Yeah, 2 days, because you'll either be dead or have solved it. Ew. 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 That is really gross. Looks like a tear. It looked like a medical thing and then a tear. I think they're all hints. I think all of the things leading up to their deaths are hints about this girl. Oh my god, the hair in front of the face is what really gets me. I hate this movie so much. I think Samara must have been some form of test subject then. But you see her coming out of the well that time? It's coming close. It's coming very close.
I believe.
I'm so glad he believes her.
He watched the tape.
I hate this movie.
Thing is, I don't want anyone else to do it either. Be your father.
Aw, that's so cute.
What happened to her?
I don't know yet, but I think it has something to do with the horses.
I think we should go to the...
Wait, she's the one in the psychiatric hospital? I thought it would be like a daughter or something. Okay, the paper's getting soaked. Put it away. I really like him. He's really nice. And even when he didn't believe her, he still was supporting her in a way by, like, investigating it. I hate this shot. I hate this shot. Stop. Don't turn around. Horse. Horse.
Hey, boy. I'm not gonna...
You've, like, infected it or something. It's coming for her. That is a dead horse. And you did this, Rachel. Oh, man. That's really... Did you see the flash of the ring there? There was one frame of the ring. Ah, creepy, 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 creepy.
You in here, Anna?
Dude, the score, the violin, really good.
I was wondering if you'd have a moment to speak with me. My name's Rachel Keller. I'm a writer with the Seattle PI.
You want to know about the horses?
No. But yes, but no.
Went crazy.
It would seem so, yes. Or maybe they just sense things before we do.
I think maybe they sense death, you know? Animals do that quite a bit, don't they? If they can feel like a natural disaster before it actually happens.
I think it's a message from your wife. Anna's on this tape. She's right there.
Whoa, what the heck? He's become the Candyman.
You don't want to see this tape? You're not even curious?
Curious? No, I don't think so.
He knows what the tape is. Definitely knows what the tape is.
Where's your daughter? Maybe she could help.
I don't have...
That's the question that should be asked. They definitely had a kid. There's so much, like the swing, for instance, evidence that there's a kid. Like, what's Mr. Morgan doing swinging the swing in between his work hours? Wait, he definitely drew... Hold on a second. The kid definitely drew this house. And that's the family with the kid. That's the daughter.
66, miscarriage. Christ, you wouldn't give up.
Your nose is bleeding.
Did she show you the horses?
She doesn't like it in the barn. The horses keep her up at night.
She doesn't like it in the barn?
She lives in a dark place now.
The well. That's when, dude, the eclipse looking thing in the video is actually a cover going onto the well. Oh, check the well.
Was there anything wrong with her?
You mean medically?
I mean, whatever you mean.
I mean, whatever you mean. Like it.
It means ever since that girl's been gone, things have been better.
Poor Samara. I feel like Samara is a victim, though. I don't know. Maybe she is just an evil being.
Yeah. It was you.
Come on.
I was gonna say, is the tape that Rachel has now? Is that tape, or is it a whole other tape that the father is hiding?
Hello?
A little bit weird that the door is just open. Wouldn't really just walk into the house. That would freak me out if you open a door and a mirror is right there. Certificate of live birth. That's interesting because the other doctor said that she was adopted.
Then they just are.
Interesting.
No, Samara, not until we understand what's wrong with you.
I love my mommy.
You shouldn't. I feel like she's bad. But I mean, go for it, I guess.
They just want to help you.
Not Daddy.
Your dad
What?
loves you.
Interesting.
Daddy loves the horses.
Oh, he's right behind you.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know what. Samara?
That's creepy.
You killed her when your wife
My wife was not supposed to have a child!
Was not supposed to have a child? I feel like, what?
This will never stop. You coming here proves that.
Mr. Morgan, man, don't. That was too intense for me. That was too intense for me and my bunny.
Keep her awake.
If they made her sleep in the barn, that's disgusting. I can't believe you made her sleep up here by herself.
Not alone.
Even when she was alone, she still had media. She still had the TV. There's so much to do with TVs and people's lives in this movie.
Looks like it's etched into the...
It's a tree. It's a tree. It's a tree. It's the tree.
Shelter Mountain.
So Shelter Mountain actually has something to do. What? Maybe they would go on vacations there, or maybe, I don't know. I knew the tree was important. It was colorful. It was the only colorful thing. I knew it was important.
Fire. Right at sunset.
Why are you waiting till sunset? You only have till 10 p.m. to live.
In this room, I mean, it's in this phone, it's in this television. Come on, call us now, why don't you?
Dude, his rage may have solved it. Oh my god, is this the well? Oh my god, the cabin's on the well. Oh my god, the cabin is on the well. And the light fades away to darkness. The mystery almost solved, but will they have enough time? The well. They didn't even destroy the well, they just built over it.
How far down do you think you go?
I can't see anything.
No. Stop. 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 Stop, 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 stop. That's so cool though. She's a very cool kind of creature, monster, haunting thing. I don't even know what to call her, but she's cool. Oh. She definitely broke her back. Is there water down there? Dude, what if she's there? I don't want to see this. I was enjoying myself. Well, it wasn't that scary. This is actually terrifying. Like, I am terrified at the moment. Oh no, it's a nail. Okay, but nails also last a long time, I'm pretty sure. Samara, man. Samara, she's trying to help you. Let's calm down here. I love how when the tree's color fades, it's time to kill. No, she's gonna. If she comes out of the water, I will destroy someone. No! No! No, 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 no. Ah. Oh wait, she's not dead yet though. Is this like her life story?
I know things will get better.
You're gonna push her into the well. I cannot believe you're doing this. I hate how Samara's so scary, but it's such a sad story. Hey, she's not dead. Interesting. Maybe Samara knows that she's here to help. Oh. No, the body would be so decomposed by now. Don't touch it. You will get...
It's okay.
Oh yeah, here we go. Now she's very dead. I think it's over. If it isn't, I'm gonna be mad.
Yell or cry or draw pictures.
Or draw pictures.
How long can you survive?
Seven days. 7 days. Oh my gosh. Yay. Be the father that he's always wanted you to be. Be the father that you want to be. I swear, if anything else happens, I'm going to be mad. Because sometimes horror movies do this. They do something good, and then they end it with a scary note for a sequel. If they do that, I will be mad. Hey, but she survived.
Rachel?
She survived the 7 days. It's over. It's definitely over. Okay.
We set her free. You helped her?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
What?
Don't you understand, Rachel? She never sleeps.
What? No, it's gonna... Oh my god. I knew this guy. Oh my gosh, no. They knew... Oh. The ring. There's so much ring imagery, like his flashlight in the well, ring imagery and stuff. No, I can't believe the movie did this. Oh, shut up. Go home. I was pretty sure that this guy died. I was like, I feel like 10-year-old me was horrified when this guy died. But then I was like, no. This is the scene I remember because she literally... Oh my god. I know what's about to happen. I love how the hair comes out first. I love how the hair comes out first. Samara, go away, man. He helped you. Dude, run. Actually run. Just run away. Leave the country. Go to the moon. There's no TVs on the moon. This effect is really cool, though. This effect is really cool. I'm really excited to see it. Yeah. Oh, it's so cool. And she's really creepy. Ah! This horrified me when I was 10 years old. And it's still pretty creepy. Shut up, Samara. Go away. Interesting. So she just looks at you and you die. Did Rachel not die because she helped save Samara? Or what's the reasoning for that? I don't want to see his face. The face is the creepiest part. When the kill face. And then she just put him in a chair. She's like, you know what? We'll put him in a chair. Oh, we don't have to see it. If the movie ends on his stupid face, I'm going to be annoyed. No, we don't have to see it. It's fine. It's fine.
What do you want from me?
What does she want? I am confused.
Tragedy forced the world to experience. You spread it like sickness.
You don't want to hurt anyone.
But I do. Ah, ew.
Don't worry, sweetie. You're gonna be okay.
So if you make a copy of the tape and then watch the copy, it starts over again? Stop, stop, just end. Stupid Gore Verbinski making a really good horror movie. Stupid screenplay by Ehren Kruger. Oh my god, his last name is even the same as Freddy Krueger. That movie was terrifying. But I finished it. But it also didn't end. And I know there's a second Ring movie. But I'm not watching it. Just putting it out right now, I'm not watching it. And that was my reaction to The Ring, the 2002, I believe. Yeah, 2002 horror thriller starring Naomi Watts, Amber Tamblyn, Daveigh Chase, maybe that's how you say your name, David Dorfman, and Martin Henderson. I hated that movie. It was definitely better than watching it as a 10-year-old, I'm going to be honest. Watching that as a 10-year-old definitely definitely disturbed me a little bit. This movie was definitely disturbing though, and it was very scary. There were definitely some really scary moments, and especially like just the atmosphere of this movie. It was very atmospheric. The music, the score, the ambient sound, the color palette of the movie, everything was very atmospheric. I really enjoyed that about the film. First, before we dive into the movie, let's talk about the reviews really quickly, and then we'll jump into Hans Zimmer's score, into the music. So the reviews for this movie, 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb, 71% Rotten Tomatoes. So critics and audiences have the exact same opinion of this movie, 71 out of 100. I think that this movie definitely is pretty good. I think a 7.1 is a very good score for this film. It was definitely scary. There were some things that were a little confusing. The plot was a little strange. You had to like kind of suspend your disbelief for it, I guess. So if you're not willing to suspend your disbelief, then whatever. But I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. As much as I hated this movie, and as much as I never want to watch this movie again, watching it now as a 20-year-old compared to 10-year-old, I still never want to watch this movie again. It's just, I don't like it, but maybe that's just because I was 10 years old when I watched it the first time, and it really just, I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die, so I don't want to watch this movie again, but I appreciate this movie and the work that it did, and just for it being a good horror movie. Like, it was a good horror movie, although I'd say more thriller than horror, but there are definitely a lot of good horror elements in it. The first thing we're going to talk about is the score and the sound. Hans Zimmer did the score. The score was really good. There were like these creepy violins that played, especially when Rachel went to the island. There were these creepy violins that were like super like pokey. I don't know how to describe that sound, just like staccato-y, I guess. The staccato is like a boop boop, like a bouncy note. It was very bouncy, I guess, the music, and it kind of put me on edge. There are a lot of creepy sound effects, but the thing that I found very interesting about the music is that the music kind of fit in with the scene for the most part, at least in some scenes. There were a lot of scenes where there was no music and it was just diegetic sound, atmospheric sound, and I thought that that was really cool. It really immersed you in the scene. Like, there's a scene where Rachel is talking to the doctor outside, and that kid is on the spinny thing or whatever, and the only sound that there is the sound of that spinny thing kind of creaking around. There's no music or anything, and it just makes the scene really creepy because they're talking about something creepy, but there's just the diegetic sound of this creaky metal structure spinning around just makes the scene even more creepy. There was also, I think at the start of the movie, or not even at the start, but when the kid, what's the kid's name? When Aidan Keller goes into the room with the girl that died at the start, and he's looking at the TV, and then Rachel comes up and it's like, why are you in her room? You shouldn't be in here, or something like that. And then Aidan's like, this isn't her room anymore. The music in that scene, at least from what I remember, maybe I'm going crazy, but I'm pretty sure that the music in that scene sounded like water drops. And I thought that was very interesting because it kind of indicated through the score and through the music as well as through the visuals that this room was Samara's room. Maybe it wasn't water drops, but it sounded kind of watery in a way. And I don't really know how to describe it. That's just kind of what I heard. Maybe I was just messing, maybe the whole movie was just messing with my mind and that did not happen in that scene at all. But for me, when I heard that scene, I was like, it sounds like water drops. That music sound kind of indicates that this is Samara's room. I thought that was really cool. I thought Hans Zimmer did an amazing job with this score. Getting into the thing that I thought was the scariest of this movie was definitely the atmosphere and kind of like these psychological elements that the horror movie had to scare you, to freak you out, because there weren't that many jump scares. There were almost no jump scares in this movie. I don't even, like, maybe the only jump scare was at the very start of the movie, and then like the hand coming out of the water in the well when Rachel is in the well. But besides that, maybe I don't really think there were any other jump scares. There were definitely cuts that were jump scary-ish, but there were no characters jumping out at you and stuff like that. The movie was very slow in that aspect. The scares were very kind of meticulously planned out. The scares kind of popped up, but they weren't jump scares. And I found that really fascinating, especially like the creepy stuff in this movie was what made this movie creepy, I guess. I know that doesn't really make any sense, but it was kind of like the atmosphere, like the cinematography was super gray, the skies were always overcast, or if it was raining, like there was a sense of heaviness in this movie because the skies were just cloudy the whole time. There was never a spot of sunshine until you got to that tree and then the sun would shine on the tree, but even then there was a red light instead of the warm orange light of the sun. It was a darker red light, an eviler light in a way. way, kind of reflecting Samara's personality, reflecting her intentions and stuff like that. There was just this kind of evil loom over the entire movie through the cinematography, which I thought made the movie very creepy. And then also, again, the psychological aspect of the scares. The scares were kind of like, if you've seen It kind of reminded me of It, where someone's pulling hair out of their mouth, where Rachel's pulling hair out of her mouth, but then it's not hair, it's actually wire, and then there's like a thing at the end. But I found the scares very interesting as well, because the scares did a lot for the story. The scares actually had parts of the story in them, you know, like she takes the medical thing out of her mouth, and that has something to do with Samara, you know. There's like, she gets like the burn on her hand, and there's all these like really quick cuts which are really scary, and then the music swells and stuff, and it's creepy and it's scary, but that has something to do with the plot. The scares had something to do with the plot. They weren't there just to go, ha, scared you audience, now you're quaking in your custom sealed baby leather boots. If you watch Megamind, then maybe you'll get that quote. But I thought the scares were really well placed, really well timed. There are definitely segments of the movie where it was not that scary at all. There was just characters talking, but I liked that. I liked the mystery of it, and I found that really interesting. The story of this movie was really interesting. They could have just gone like this poltergeist route of the ring is this tape, and there's this girl who haunts this tape, and when you watch the tape, she comes out of the TV and kills you. But it was way more complicated than that, and I really enjoyed that. I loved the mystery of trying to find out who Samara was, and I loved kind of going to the island, seeing the dad, figuring out the mom's backstory, and then figuring out Samara's backstory through those two people, and then other tapes and stuff. I thought that was a very interesting way to make this movie, and I thought it was very effective. Talking about the end now. The end was something I was a little confused about, and I'm not really sure how much I actually like the ending of this movie. I love the movie up until the ending, and the ending is not something I'm sure if I like or not. Because in the end, Samara is this wicked lady. She wants to hurt people. I know she said it in the movie like halfway through when we're looking at her tapes and stuff. I know that she did say it, but I was really hoping that when they found her, it kind of just ended, and maybe that's just because I was super scared and I just did not want to be scared again. But I don't know, I would have made a nice ending, you know, it would have made a good ending, but Samara is there just to hurt people. Like, she won't stop. That's what the dad said, that's what she said and stuff like that. And then the only way to not die is to copy the tape and to show it to someone else. I understand that now, where Rachel copied the tape and then showed it to Aiden. So Aiden will die in 7 days, not her. Aiden will. So Rachel would have always been safe, right? Rachel copied the tape early on in the film, and Aiden watched it early on in the film, right? So Rachel shouldn't have been having any of the visions or any of the death premonitions, because she was already safe, right? Like that's the thing that is confusing me. And then also, so that means Aiden, at the end of the movie, Aiden was copying the tape and he was going to show it to someone else. They were going to die and Aiden would have been safe, Rachel would have been safe, right? So I don't know if I really like that ending, just because it leaves it really open-ended. It kind of just felt like they were giving that ending as a shock value ending, but then also a sort of like sequel, like there could be a sequel, you know, so let's keep doing this sort of ending. But I also do get the ending. They were alluding to this Samara is just this evil presence sort of deal, this person who does want to hurt other people. But I wish that she was good. I really do wish that she was good. But something that I did like about this movie as well, I'm just kind of rambling at this point, were the TVs and the way that the TVs and the media were kind of portrayed in this movie. I'm not going to go into super depth because I'll probably need to like actually study this movie to get into a lot of depth, but it was interesting how much TVs were shown in this movie and how the main character of this movie was a journalist, someone who was part of the media, and this movie was heavily focused on media. To me, it felt like, because when Samara was trapped in the barn, right, she was living in the barn and she was all alone, she was scared and people were not treating her right, she was being abused by her father and by her mother, kind of. Her mother was going crazy, I guess, but definitely abused in some way by her father, and her only comfort was the TV. So when I was watching it, when she died, I was thinking, okay, well, she's kind of reaching out through help through the only comfort that she's ever known, which is the TV, which is media and stuff like that. And it was interesting that the person that was helping her was also part of the media, and so I found that really interesting. I also thought that it was definitely a commentary on TVs and media in our lives. There's that whole shot where Rachel was kind of scanning the apartments around her, and there was like a bunch of TVs playing while people were doing things. That was a very intentional shot. I think it was trying to show that TVs have become such a big part of our lives now, that we're doing them for everything. We're distracting our kids by them. We're cleaning and watching them. We're like sitting with loved ones instead of paying attention to our loved ones. We're watching these stupid TVs and stuff like that. So I think that was a very interesting commentary. Obviously, that's not a very great analysis of why the TVs and the media and stuff, and why Samara was talking through the TVs maybe was part of it. Maybe Samara was only doing that because it was a cool concept that someone came up with, but in my opinion, I think it's a little deeper than that. I just don't have the amount of knowledge to articulate kind of what I'm trying to say at the moment. Anyways, getting into the cast now, I think that is everything I want to talk about with the film. I really enjoyed it, but it was also terrifying. I'm not excited to edit this video because I'll have to basically watch the movie again. But anyways, getting into the cast now, I'm going to do Martin Henderson as Noah. He was awesome. I loved him. I love that he was really supportive of Rachel, even though he didn't believe in her at the start. I love that he was like, okay, I'll check it out. I know he had to get convinced a little bit, but I still appreciated that. I thought he was very nice, and I thought he was a very nice person as a whole. Like, he wanted to be a father to Aiden, but then he was unsure if he could be a father because his own father was bad and stuff like that. He did have a little bit of a backstory, and I did really like him, and I thought he was a very good pairing with Rachel. I thought that they worked really well together. Martin Henderson, I thought he did a really good job. David Dorfman as Aiden Keller, he was freaky. I'm not going to be honest. He was a little bit freaky, but he was also kind of cute. I was a little confused as well about how Samara was actually talking to him, although it seemed that he had some sort of like sixth sense sort of deal when it came to death and these sort of things. So it did make sense, but at the same time, I wish it was explained a little bit more, because there were some things that were confusing me in this movie, and Aiden's character was definitely one of them. But overall, I thought he was a really fun character, and I enjoyed him in the movie. Daveigh Chase as Samara, I guess she wasn't in it too much. She's actually barely in this movie. It's mostly like other characters, and then you're just getting hints of her, but she was good in this movie. She was really scary, I'm going to be honest. She was really scary in that scene where she's in like the psych ward and she's sitting on the chair really far away from the camera. Like, ooh, what a shot, what a creepy shot. I just thought she did a great job, and she was really scary. Why did you have to ruin my childhood? Daveigh Chase. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong as well. Naomi Watts as Rachel Keller. And she was so good. She was so good in this movie. She was just good in this movie. I don't know. She had a really good chemistry with Martin Henderson's Noah, and she really did feel like a person trying to support her son, Aiden. I'm pretty sure that she was the mom, right? Like, I'm like 100% sure that she was the mom, and Martin Henderson was like the stepdad or something. I'm not too sure on how this relationship worked, because Aiden Keller definitely called her mom, but he also called her Rachel, so I was a little confused at first, because I was like, oh, maybe she's like a stepmom or something, but I think that she is the actual mom. Again, not too sure, but anyways, I thought she was great. The way she was figuring out this mystery was great. The way that she's figured out after Noah had died, the way she figured out, oh, you have to make a copy of the tape to be safe. I liked that little montage and stuff. I thought that was really fun. Yeah, and overall, I just thought she was a really fun character to be with as the protagonist, and it was fun watching her solve this mystery. But again, how did she see things? How was she affected by Samara if she showed Aiden the tape? Because according to this movie's logic, once you show someone the tape, once you copy the tape and show someone the copy of the tape, they are now affected and you are safe. So if she showed Aiden the tape in the movie at the start of the movie, how was she getting all these premonitions later on? Like, do you still get everything and then it just doesn't happen? Like, the death doesn't happen? I'm a little confused by that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. That is the end of my review. I hope you really enjoyed. Thank you so much, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. I hated watching that movie, but it was also actually really good. There were a lot of good moments. The camera work was great. The score was great. The cinematography was great. The acting was great. Even like the practical effects were great. The special effects were great. Watching her come out of the TV was really creepy. But I'm never watching this movie again, and I'm definitely not watching the sequel. Just out of the picture. Don't even ask. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.